Okay, we're live. Hi, this is William Ramsey. Welcome to William Ramsey Investigates. On today's show, a very special guest, returning guest. His name is Todd Wood, and he's
Hey
on
guys.
he's on the Killafornia channel on YouTube with Walter Bosley. I'll put a link to his work that he does on YouTube, and this will be, I think, 18th or 19th show. We've done some independent of Walter Bosley. I've been on their show, so I've been a guest on their show, but Todd has been a guest on mine at least 10 times. So I'm glad to have made his acquaintance. He just got back from this meeting in the desert that happens every year out here in California. So maybe he can mention that. But today, the topic of our talk is kind of like South American occult killers, particularly this guy, El Satanico. You'll see him if you're watching this on YouTube, X, Rumble, Substack now. You see his face. It's Tomas Maldonado Cera, Cera. And it's pretty dark stuff. So I would recommend people not have kids around, or if you're easily upset, this may not be the show for you. Because this guy was pretty brutal, did a lot of heavy duty stuff to corpses, and there's a lot to talk about. A lot of the stuff he knew and things that showed up were things that were somewhat new to me, but they kind of bleed over from other cases in occultism that I'm aware of. But we can talk more about that. So Todd Wood, welcome back to the show.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. Hey guys. Like William was saying, I had a very eventful trip to Indian Wells, California for the Contact in the Desert conference. Had a good time, but
right, Walter was a participant in Contact in the Desert too, right?
Yeah. He gave a couple of lectures, and then he did a panel with Thomas Jane and some other folks.
Right. Yeah, so that's a yearly event, right?
Yeah, it's a yearly
event. 4 or 5 days with a bunch of it's a big event. Like, how many people do you think attended there?
Oh gosh. If I were to ballpark it, at least 10,000.
Really? Oh, I didn't even know it was that big. So it's that big. Thomas Jane is kind of a known, maybe B or A-list actor. I don't know.
Well, with everything coming out about UFOs and this, that, and the other, there's a lot of interest in that right now.
So 10,000 people. So it was at a convention center. So you saw all the people there. If you weren't at the B&B or something like that.
Yeah, I wasn't at the B&B. We were just hanging out there, and let me tell you something about those convention guys. There's some good stuff and there's some bad stuff. The bad stuff in the form of grifters.
Do you mind talking about that without naming names?
Yeah. So the UFO stuff is an extension of the New Age movement, essentially. And anybody telling you that the grass is going to be greener once we get alien disclosure, everything's going to be just fine after that. We're going to have new technologies, this, that, and the other. They're bullshitting you. There's no such thing as the grass is greener. Everything has a consequence. Everything has a cost. And it seems like some of the talkers were just trying to sell books. They almost came off like Christopher Guest characters from his mockumentaries. That's how ridiculous they were. They wouldn't tell you any nuts and bolts scientific facts. It's all about vibrations and good vibrations and stuff you would associate with the New Age crowd.
Was there any fallout about that guy who recently died? What was his name? I can't remember. Not Corey Good. It was
David Wilcock.
David Wilcox, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, David Wilcock killed himself. I think he was in $2 million worth of debt, if I'm not mistaken. And he was going through a divorce, and he was being kind of manic. And I believe the reason why he went outside and waited for the police to show up before he offed himself was most likely because he didn't want it to be a conspiracy. He didn't want it to be himself grouped in with the actual missing scientist, which is a big deal. They found the body of that one lady
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, in a forest in New Mexico. And her phone was reset.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Like who resets their phone before they disappear? Right.
right.
Like, oh, let me
Exactly.
reset my phone. I'm going to disappear now. The
Right.
same
And
thing
they,
happens in SFK stuff too. It's like, oh, I'm going to leave my phone here, or I'm going to bust my phone and disappear. Like, doesn't make
right.
any sense.
And they found a gun in the facility of the lady. They're trying to make you think it's like suicide, but
Right.
they're going to have to do some forensics work and an autopsy and find out exactly what was going on, I think.
They in David Wilcox's case, his family came out and made a statement that, you know, validated what really happened, the real story of his. But my understanding is that he went to Contact in the Desert and that he was a repeat speaker there, amongst others. Was Peter Lavenda there?
No, Peter Lavenda wasn't there. That would have been great.
He was there 1 year. I'm almost positive he's
probably when he was doing the stuff with Tom DeLonge.
Yeah,
from
right.
Blink 182. But yeah,
whatever happened to Tom DeLonge? So he's no longer in that group then, huh?
I have no idea. I know he had a drug problem and went to rehab. Like when he went on Joe Rogan, he was drugged out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. I don't really follow the ufology stuff as much. I was just kind of curious about the conference and I wanted to support my buddy Walter. But you know, it was, if you're going to do stuff like that, if you're going to lecture on stuff like that, you need to talk about consequences, right? For example, cargo cults. Like you have aliens come to planet. Next thing you know, you have a small sect of people worshiping the aliens as their gods and sacrificing people. I mean, there's been plenty of UFO cults throughout history. One example is in Brazil, in South America. The country that we're covering tonight in our tonight's discussion is the Superior Universal Alignment cult. Right, who thought Jesus was an alien, God didn't exist, and kids born after 1980 were evil.
Really? Wow, that's intense.
Yeah,
there's a lot of history of cults, cult leaders, satanic people. Just like in North America, they're all over South America and all these different countries.
Yeah,
like Yow of God, baby trafficking, sex trafficking, sex abuse.
As if the cartels weren't enough, right, William?
Yeah, right. This guy, Cera, was in Colombia, though. I do have a map of where he was. He was in Barranquilla.
Yeah, Barranquilla.
Yeah, so it's very far north of Colombia.
Right. Let's see. He was born in 1971. I think he was around 54, 55 when he was caught. I don't know how old he would be today, though. My brain doesn't work.
He's in his 50s somewhere. I do have the information on him.
Yeah, right. And
he's kind of got caught late as a killer too, which is kind of unnerving. He's kind of like Huerman, where like they get caught late and they've been doing it for years or decades. Like, his body count was 7 to 10, but
7 to 10. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Huggy Bear says he's 55. So, but I mean, he might have been doing it for a while, right? Like he got caught because of technology, right?
Right. Essentially, yeah. Yeah. I mean, let's see. His first murder was in, at least the first murder attributed to him was in 2002.
Right. So he got caught in 2019, 2018 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Or like the murder happened and then he got busted over COVID or something. But that means like the murders that they got were 20 years. He had a 20-year crime span, right?
Right, exactly. And, the word is on the street. Of course, I don't know how you would confirm this unless it came out of his own mouth. But a friend of his basically said that he had sold his soul to the devil. And he was supposed to kill one person before Halloween each year.
Right.
That's the possibility that there are more victims out there.
Right. Like that's probably it. So he had that commonality of occultists where they commit crimes on certain dates, right?
Right.
So that's it. So these were Halloween, and he would abuse the bodies, or hopefully they were dead.
Yeah.
And they would cut their fingers off and stuff like that, right?
Well, he would cut off the ring and middle finger to make if you guys can see, can y'all see that? Can you see that?
Right, the
Right there.
cornuto. There's like a hand of the victim right there.
Right. It's the vor symbol.
Can you explain that? Because that's not a familiar name to a lot of people.
Okay,
Vor.
so anybody who's interested in the Cthulhu verse know that there's many authors, right? Like, for instance, there's Ambrose Bierce, the person who came up with the concept of Carcosa, or Robert Chambers, the person who came up with the Yellow King. These are two themes we see in the show True Detective. But then there's another guy named Lynn Carter. Lynn Carter came up with a story called Secret in the Parchment about an ancient race of Lovecraftian style monsters. And their symbol was this, essentially like the heavy metal devil horns. And this symbol was incorporated in the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Now, the police believe that's where he got the imagery.
Interesting.
From H.P. Lovecraft.
It's from Lovecraft's realm, right?
Yeah.
And there's an article called "The Kingdom of War and the Vor Shine," and I think it's in the Necronomicon too.
Yeah.
Which is why I asked about Lavenda earlier, because he's still called Simon.
Interestingly enough, there's an actual serial killer who was heavily influenced, or not serial killer. I guess he's a would-be mass murderer. He killed one person and seriously injured two trying to kill them. Named Chris Milner, who on Friday the 13th, 1990 in Panhandle, Texas, was so heavily influenced by the Necronomicon, he tried to go on a killing spree.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I highly recommend, if you guys are interested in that case, check it out. There's a whole thing about it on the Ritual Rewind. It's a brand new YouTube channel.
Who operates it?
Yeah, I think a guy named Drew. It's like a new channel. He doesn't have very many subscribers, but fantastic stuff. Little summaries of the cases. Great for research.
The Ritual, what did you say? The
Ritual Rewind.
Rewind.
It's about the Satanic Panic, but that has the Jeanette De Palma case on it, which happened before the Satanic Panic. So,
gotcha. Oh yeah, he's got a lot of stuff on here. He's got a lot of stuff I've covered.
Yeah, it's the Friday the 13th one.
Yeah.
Now, I guess Tommaso's first victim was a part of the LGBTQ plus community. A gay gentleman by the name of Rolando Romero, who was stabbed 25 times and had the letter Z carved into his head. Now, that's the thing about this case, William. I could never figure out why the letter Z.
That's what I was going to ask you.
I'd like to open it up to the chat and the comments. Do you guys have an idea why the letter Z? Because I've been going through occult books like crazy trying to figure out the significance of the letter Z.
Makes me think of the Zorro Ranch, which has the letter Z on it. They used just Z. They didn't call it Zorro. Or the logo wasn't Zorro, it was Z.
Well, that's interesting because I brought that up in our True Detective overview talk on Killafornia we did with Dana. I thought that might have been a possibility too. But interesting fact about the Zorro Ranch is it's like an hour away by car from where they found that mass pile of bodies.
Right.
The bone collector.
Yes.
Case is still, I think, unsolved.
Right. Somebody was dumping bodies in the same place, right?
Prostitutes.
Right.
Yeah. I think that the police are probably right of who they think may have done it, but there's also a chance that with Epstein's proclivities, he may have gotten a couple of prostitutes.
They don't know the totality of what went on there. It was all covered up. I think it was super
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah, probably.
Why
Guy
would
was
you
in
have
zone.
an incinerator? You know,
Mhm.
why do you need an incinerator on your property?
See, that's just like the 4P with a mobile crematorium.
It's super dark.
Yeah.
Like it's super dark. He's
Mhm.
not far, actually. He's not far from Albuquerque. He's kind of like where that place is Stanley.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of nowhere, but he's actually not far from Truth or Consequences, which is where the Toy Box Killer was.
David
like,
Parker
operating.
Ray. Hey, don't forget that the satellite on top of that trailer was meant to send out signals, not just receive signal.
Right, so he was streaming his stuff like at an early level too, right? So that's
Mhm.
what I think. And he had helpers. David Parker Ray was very sophisticated. He would go to the same bar, and a lot of people disappeared out of those bars, and like they would never find the bodies either. I don't think they found the bodies, but like his kill list was enormous.
Yeah.
It was like 40 or 50 like suspected deaths, and then he conveniently had a heart attack. Like they didn't have a full trial because I think
Well,
he had a
the
heart attack
interesting
before
is-
before the trial started.
Well, according to his daughter, like he was taking some of those women to Mexico and selling them into to like the cartels to be prostituted out.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Ciudad Juarez is right there, the femicide stuff. Like here
Mhm.
you have this femicide thing taking place like an hour from the border.
Yeah.
It's not that far.
Yeah.
It's really you can shoot to El Paso very easily.
Right.
2 or 3
so
hours.
the name of Tommaso's last victim, or Tomas, I keep calling him Tommaso. I don't know why, but it's Brenda Prajaro. She was murdered in the park, and that just so happens that park installed a surveillance system outside, right outside the entrance. So they caught Tomas entering and coming out.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, he would carve in typical satanic crime fashion. He would carve pentagrams into his victims, right? But what we're really getting at with this case is that South America is big. There's a lot of occult ritual crimes that happen in South America.
We could do a whole show on it. Like there's
and
there's a lot of serial killers. There's one guy, I don't remember his name offhand, but like he killed like 50 boys just traveling around and just slaughtering people. It's really crazy.
Are you sure you're not talking about the Beast of Colombia?
No, I'm not sure. It maybe is that guy.
Luis Garavito. And Luis Garavito is suspected to have killed, let's see, 193 victims.
Right, that guy. That's the same guy. Yeah.
221 if the 2003 confession is to be believed. So there was a 2003 victim confession. So yeah, 221 victims. This guy, and this is a satanic occult ritual murder as well, because he literally sold his soul to the devil.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
These are the markings. I don't know how well you can see this, Todd, but he literally, Sarah marked a hexagram on one of his victims. And then on the right, I don't even know what marking that is, but they found other markings on there. I don't know if these are all been published, but they are on some of these. Like the hexagram is definitely satanic.
Right. And it in the dirt beside the bodies, he'd spit occult ritual stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all ritual. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The murders occurred between 2002 and 2018. The Z was there.
Mm-hmm.
There was last murder was July 25th, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Parts were amputated. The sign of Vor carved on them, so he would carve it on them, not just cut their fingers off. A saying formerly used for invoking God. So this is like invoking gods. That's a lot like the O9A.
Yeah, it's some Lovecraft stuff.
Yeah. Other stars and hexagrams were also exhibited on the corpses, the latter being used in ancient times for magical rites and practices, as well as the 5-pointed star or an inverted pentagram. So he had the 5s and 6s down.
Yeah.
So they didn't seem to get a lot of at least the stuff that I read, didn't get a lot of the details about his magical thinking, but
Yeah.
clearly the actions were like he knows the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The 5 and the 6. And then you're right, satanic writings and symbols were found in the sand. And then most of the victims were killed before October 31st.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, he could be nicknamed. His nickname was the Satanist, but he was also could have been nicknamed the Halloween Killer or something like that.
Right. And again, like I said before, one of his friends came forward claiming that he was told by Tomas that he had made a deal with the devil, and he had like a contract and everything. The same way the Beast of Columbia also had a contract.
So there you go. You have these kind of contracts like Daniel Hussein or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Daniel
Beast
Hussein,
of
Chris Milner, and Tommy Sullivan from 1988. His contract was his suicide note.
Wow. Luis Garavito Cubillos, he's dead.
Yeah.
He died in 2023. But like, this is the guy. This is an incredible story.
Yeah.
Sexually assaulted 200 victims before murdering 193, mostly young men and boys, from 1992 to 1999 in Western Colombia.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Minors.
This is scary stuff. And we're not even talking about the cartels. This is separate from the cartels. That's what's even scarier.
He is the most prolific serial killer and child molester in modern history.
Yeah.
Like what a resume.
Yeah.
He doesn't look very dangerous. Like a lot of these guys, they don't look physically powerful.
Right. It's like Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy wears suit and tie.
Yeah. And so this guy was, I think what he got away with stuff is because he was traveling around, this Garavito guy.
Right. And I mean, you're in these national parks in the forest. There's no cameras. Like the only reason he got caught that last time is because they had installed a camera at the entrance. And that's like, for the technology Colombia has, that's probably the best that they're going to be able to do, until they get like trail cameras and all that.
Garavito said he talked to the devil. He said he entered a state of psychosis and asked whether he would like to serve him. Answering that he would, the devil responded, "Kill. That with killing, many things may come." And he was like Bundy, this Garavito guy. He would get drunk and kill people. So that's what Bundy, that's where it started, was he would drink, as my understanding.
Right. I mean, and it's not isolated to Colombia. In Argentina, there's some crazy stuff there. And like this case that people don't, if I can get my mouse to work, go to my notes. Let's see. His name is John Carlos Vasquez. Yeah. Have you heard about that case?
No, what is it? Tell me about it.
So his two daughters murdered him as part of a cult ritual sacrifice. And this happened in 99, 2000. Supposedly they belonged to a cult called the Alchemy Center of Transmutation. Yeah. According to the police, that is. Vasquez. That's it.
Vazquez, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a strange word. It's not popping up through my Google search.
Let's see here. Type in Google search, but then type in Catholic Church, and there might be an article that pops up.
Yeah, no, I don't see it.
Okay, I'll try and send you. Let me see if I can't find it. Let's see here. Oh, maybe you need to search the daughters. Let me get those names for you. Hold on 1 second. Temporarily under equalizers. You find the names.
This guy's incredible. What did
Yeah, I know.
The Beast. His
Yeah.
nickname was Goofy.
Right. Well, he was pretty badly sexually abused when he was a child, and physically abused. Let's see here.
This is the guy I was thinking of as the monster of the Andes, which is Pedro Alonso Lopez.
Oh, okay.
Another Colombian. Murdered a minimum of 110 people. Like, just incredible. He claimed to have murdered over 300 people in Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru.
Oh, wow.
That's incredible.
Yeah, let's see here. His 2 daughters, so Sylvia and Gabriela.
Okay, let me look it up.
Yeah. You may want to put the last name, Argentina, occult ritual murder.
There it is. Satanic murder shocks Argentina, March 30th, 2000.
Yeah.
The brutal murder of a 50-year-old father at the hand of his 2 young daughters, part of a satanic rite, has shocked Argentine society and raised concern about the proliferation of satanic and other cults in Buenos Aires. Juan Carlos. Right. A book of alchemy writes.
Yeah.
So he was involved too. They were involved and then they killed him.
6:28 p.m.
Yeah, yeah.
It says Carlos's body was found not only with 100 knife wounds, but also marked with cuts forming a strange figure. Killing took place in the living room after the furniture was moved to one side. In the place were found cups with strange liquids. In a book of alchemy writes, when the police entered the home, the 2 daughters were screaming in a state of shock, one invoking Satan, the other saying that Satan had finally left her father's body.
Yeah.
Then they were tranquilized at a psychiatric institute.
Yeah, it's a rare case of a shared delusion.
The cult is a type of organization that is becoming tremendously popular by combining some elements of Gnosticism and strange formulas and rites, which they claim to have been inherited from the ancient alchemists.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow, that's dark.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like Macario Timmy, but that was in California in 1926, where they believed he was dabbling in alchemy as well.
Wasn't Coelho the guy who wrote The Alchemist? Isn't he from South America?
I believe he was.
Yeah, I think he is. I think that's what he wrote originally in Spanish or Portuguese or something like that.
Right.
Dystopian is asked, Dystopian Deep Dives, are you going on with Eccles? No, I'm not going to interview him. I sent an interview thing with Eccles. I'm just so done with West Memphis 3. I don't even think it'd be worthwhile. He would say no anyway.
I mean, that's not even counting the Santa La Marta cults that exist in South America too.
What's the Santa Marta? Is that
It's
Santa Morte?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Angel of Death or whatever. Saint
Right, right. It's you have one killer who's dedicated to him and promised to kill a person. I think it was one person every week, and that is Marcelo Antello. The Santa La Marta murderer or Santa La Marta killer.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then you had in Brazil, you have Let's see if I can find this guy here. The Cross Maniac. You ever hear of the Cross Maniac?
No, tell me about that.
Let's see. His name was Dianathan Celestrino.
No.
And he was killing people in Brazil and then kind of staging their bodies in the shape of a cross. Yeah.
God, this guy Pedro Lopez, they have done a lot of work on that guy.
Yeah.
It is incredible. Like, oh yeah, this is Pedro Alonso.
You know, the thing that doesn't help with South America too is all the Nazis going there after World War II.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There were very many. There was that one place Lavenda writes about too. That place in Chile.
Yeah.
They're all over Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay.
Yeah.
They really spread themselves out.
Yeah.
Which is
well,
really
I
wild.
mean, people underestimate how big South America is. It's freaking huge.
It's huge.
It's a big place. I mean, and not only that, you have different countries speaking different languages. It's not all just Spanish. You know, you have Portuguese. You have one country that speaks France. You have an English-speaking country that's slowly being taken over by the Mennonites. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, what can you do?
Right. Wow.
Yeah. So I was wondering, is it possible? Can we hear? I'd love to hear the opinions of the people in the chat about South American occult ritual crime and Tomas Cera.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions or anything or anything
Or
they'd
comments,
like to add?
you know.
Okay. Colonia Dignidad. That's right, Deb. That's what the place's name was.
Mm-hmm.
It's a haunted place, man. It's like the South America is like North America. There's all these old civilizations and
Yeah,
pagan things and
most definitely. There's
mixed with African religion too. Believe it or not, there's a lot of voodoo type things that go through there. I did a show with a guy who talked about all these kind of things where these guys would literally presence entities and things like that, like really wild stuff.
Right, and then one of the big cult ritual crimes, I don't remember much about it, from Brazil. It was a satanic panic thing where this family got blamed for it. But if you examine the mutilations on the body, I theorize that it was actually the work of a different cult. I think it was the Superior Universal Alignment, because that cult, that UFO cult, was also castrating kids. I mean, and you had government officials involved with this cult, and they still exist. They still have chapters.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the occult it's definitely different, but it's there. There's definitely occultists there, just like there are in the States.
Right. And the thing is, like, we don't know what goes on in the rainforest. The rainforest is it's like the Everglades. You know, it's such a secluded place. We don't know what cults exist in the rainforest. You know?
Yeah, we sure don't. We have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a whole book and a show on South American killers, and cult leaders. Really, I think that there's just so many different variants and strange things that have happened down there. Of God is one of them, and his connection to Abramovich is really something else.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else? I mean, we can go through this. Let me see.
Yeah, let's go through it.
Let's go. This is convicted. They called it feminicide, which makes sense because all his victims are female.
Yeah.
This guy, Sarah. And then, like you mentioned, all this stuff about the Cornudo and the king. This is a good article from Ars Necronomica, where they're talking about all these names, and the sign of war is presented presumably the same. It is none other than the Mano Cornuta, or sign of the horns, from ancient European folklore and witchery. Then he quotes some stuff. John Dee, the Green Book, the White People, Arthur Machen, who was a member of the Golden Dawn, if I remember correctly. So You might have known Crowley.
Yeah.
Okay, Arthur Machen. And then there's like the Witchcraft and Cunning book by Nigel Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And here he goes, Nigel Jackson. The pure reality is also synonymous with the all-expansive body of the Vor Mother and Void Goddess Nocticula Herodia, with the Black Mother of Night and the Sabbath's Empress, as it is with the fathomless emptiness of her witch cauldron, the hallowed womb vessel. Wow, that's pretty intense.
Hey, would you mind sending me those 2 documents?
Sure.
Yeah, because I've been trying to find more stuff on this case, and it looks like you've had better luck than I have.
Well, I just kind of followed a couple links and ended up at this. Like I'd actually never heard of the word vor before or with the occult, but I'm familiar with some of these other topics. But this one's interesting. It's like the second paragraph explains the connection of the vor to the witch master, the horned god of witchcraft, lord of the Sabbath, which is evoked of old. So it's like this old paganism, like druidism type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
To call this hand sign the sign of vor or vorish sign is perfectly fitting. Then there's Eliot's book, Occultism, Witchcraft, and Cultural Fashions. It's mentioned here. And then ceremonies. Like in the forest, that's where this guy would take everybody. Sarah would take everybody into the forest, right? So that's probably why he's going into the forest. It's because he's doing these kind of paganistic stuff, right? I'm curious what he wrote, Like so they usually are interested in the crimes, but I'm interested in the details,
Me too, most definitely, yeah.
It's indicative of like what are these guys thinking? What exactly are they thinking?
Right.
And tonight, when I followed the master, his black shape sped before me amid the whiteness of fear. That's what it is. I have that article in PDF. I'll send it to you. But here's all the different hand signs: the sign of Vor, the sign of something, Kisti, the great other one, and the elder sign, which is this.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, it's this. I think it's this. Translation of the Greek Necronomicon. The great Cthulhu, in fact, like all other gods, when they enter our world, like those beings spawned by them among us, is invisible to our eyes and doth become visible solely if he wills it so, or when constrained by the Vorish sign and with the powder of Ibn Ghazi.
And it sounds like a demon.
Yeah, it's a demon stuff.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, like, have you ever read The Call of Cthulhu?
I have not. I'm not familiar with. I have a very topical understanding of Lovecraft. Yeah,
you should read that, especially if you're going to come on our True Detective show on Killafornia.
When's the next one?
Tuesday, but we want you to come on in November. Because that's when that's going to be our big panel episode. But the Cult of Cthulhu, that was in Louisiana in October 31st, 1907. It's the same year, or I think it's like Lavinda says it's the same date that he wrote his book or published his book talking about Cthulhu. Like, Aleister Crowley, all that.
Yeah, it looks like you and Dana have done 2 shows on True Detective, right?
Yeah.
2 pretty long streams, it looks like.
Right. But if you want to join us for episode 3, you can. Just make sure you watch the episode.
I'm pretty familiar. I've done a lot of episodes. I know a lot about the Hosanna Church. Like,
yeah.
I mean, the Hosanna Church I've studied pretty in detail. So
yeah, why don't you come on with us on episode 3? It'd be 7:00 Central Time.
Yeah. Send me a link. Send me stuff.
Okay, I'll send you a link. Sounds good.
Well, we are at 40 minutes. Do you have anything else you'd like to add? Anything?
No, I'm just for all you researchers out there. I would highly suggest expanding your scope to outside America and England, because the world's a bigger place, and because of the internet, we live in a global society now. Yeah, so South America, the Philippines, Russia, all these places have their own occult ritual crimes.
They're endemic. It's an
Yeah.
endemic part of society. I don't know. I mean, it's weird because you don't hear much about it in Asian countries, but like,
Oh, they exist in Asian countries.
yeah,
too.
India is rife with occultism. I mean,
Oh yeah, most definitely.
demon gods and crazy stuff.
One of the crazy occult ritual crimes happened in China. In China, it happened in a McDonald's.
Oh, interesting. Africa, it's replete with this stuff. Muslim
Right.
cultures have its own kind of occultism and like
Now,
esotericism.
those researching the adrenochrome stuff maybe want to turn their sights to Africa, because there's some killings that happened there, and they were killing people for not just body parts but for hormone excretions.
It's dark.
Yeah.
It's dark. Anybody from the chat have any questions or anything? Yeah, Huggy Bear on the. I've done True Detective streams, guys. I've been on a couple shows. And I've done shows about Hosanna Church, which was the inspiration for True Detective, and dark inspiration, I should say.
Okay, so all right, Tuesday.
Have you ever researched Hosanna Church?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes, I have. We haven't really talked about. We talked about it in our overview video, but we haven't talked about it because we haven't gotten to that point. Like episode 3 is where we're starting to really dive into like the church type of stuff, like because the episode starts off with them at that big tent revival, and Audrey draws her like picture and stuff like that. So it would be okay to start talking about the Hosanna Church stuff for episode 3.
Zigzag's asking you, where can we find this guy's channel? Where can they find your channel, Todd?
Oh, it's the Walter Bosley channel.
Yeah, I tried to pull it. I thought I pulled it up.
Yeah,
here
on YouTube, Walter Bosley channel on YouTube. Check out Walter's content. Check out Killafornia. We have a lot of fun talking about this subject.
Right, you had the zebra killings that took place in San Francisco. That's a whole nother story. It's actually kind of a suppressed story because it was African Americans killing white people, but they were serial killers.
They were a cult.
They were cult, yeah.
And according to the professor, that the leader was down the cell block. I think it was at San Quentin. I could be wrong about that, but that's all he would talk about was killing white people. And that might be one of the reasons that Manson got the helter-skelter stuff in his head. It's because this dude was like talking about, when I get out, I'm going to kill white people type of thing.
Right, and it's also alleged to be part of Operation Chaos, because all that stuff's happening with Zodiac, and Manson and all this other stuff. So creating just mass chaos at that time.
Yeah,
Symbionese Liberation Army,
the 4 Pi movement too. Like I just found out. Well, interestingly enough, I just found out that Lockheed Martin has a facility in Santa Cruz. So right now I'm kind of wondering like if there's a connection between the 4 Pi movement and Lockheed Martin, the defense contractors.
Yeah. Todd, we are 45 minutes. Thanks a lot for your time. And people, check out Killafornia. Check out his other streams, Walter Bosley channel. Check out our other shows. Like I said, we've done close to 20 shows. Some with Walter Bosley, some just independent, me and Todd.
Right. And check out the Ritual Rewind. The guy's trying to get his YouTube channel started. Good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. Interesting stuff. So again, Todd Wood of Killafornia. Appreciate your time. Really appreciate it.
Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.